What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction and back with some more Aha. And so, as I was reminded by a few friends of the channel in the last month or so, we are at the Aha anniversary, which is to say my first reaction to Aha, which was Take On Me, which it still makes me laugh that when I went to begin this deep dive, it was like, okay, I'm just going to start with the first track and the first album, and I'm not going to listen to Take On Me first because I know that's the big hit, but I'm going to do a proper deep dive because it was suggested to me that this was worthwhile. And then it was like, oh wait, the first track's Take On Me. So that still does amuse me, but shout out to a number of you who still follow the Aha journey and the Mags journey and the Morton journey and Savoy. You commented on that very first reaction. A few of you I know for sure, and I believe within the first the reactions to the first album, Hunting High and Low, a number of folks who became big members of the Aha family who regularly comment. I believe they were already on board. Others have joined more recently. And ultimately, yeah, I feel immensely grateful to all the people who become friends of my channel and who've helped guide me through the catalogs of artists I either didn't know at all, or as in the case of Aha, knew only a sliver of what they had done and what they have brought to the world musically. And there are perhaps no group of people associated with my channel more than the Aha family who are supportive, are insightful, are funny and comedic, both in ways related to the music we're listening to and just among each other in the comments related to me, things I forget, things I remember but remember incorrectly. Ultimately, it's been an amazing ride, and I feel very lucky to adapt a phrase from Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol. I'm very happy to have many friends I now consider fellow passengers in life. In the Christmas Carol, it's fellow passengers to the grave, which I do appreciate the significance of that, the mortality of that. But I prefer to focus on while we are in the sun, while we are here, and the fact that, again, so many of you who not only love Aha as a group and the different members and the musical legacy they continue to this very day to leave and for us to enjoy, but who I've considered, who I've come to see as good friends of mine and who I enjoy talking to on a nearly daily basis, at the very least on a multi-day per week basis. So you truly do mean a lot to me, and I need you to know that. So a number of you have commented similar things to me along the way. These messages have not only been very heartwarming to read, but have encouraged me to keep doing what I'm doing and to just embrace what this channel has become, which is a place where music lovers and those who appreciate the sonic universe available for us to congregate. So big shout out to the entire Aha family. I'm going to do a few Aha reactions tonight, and I'm going to do a couple different places in the Aha universe that are still outstanding. The reason I'm going to do that rather than 3 here from ending on a high note is just because maybe for some people, live performances are their absolute favorite, so I'm going to do at least one track that's not live. I'm also going to do a different live performance because, again, sometimes people prefer the sound of one concert versus another. So I'm going to do a few different things just so everyone in the Aha family might find something that they are particularly looking forward to. So either way, shout out to all of you. We're going to listen to Summer Moved On, which is originally from Minor Earth Major Sky. I enjoy it. I love the kind of heavy, down-tempo percussive sonics. I like the emotional atmosphere of the melody. I like the symphonic touches. It's just another track that indicated to me as I was going through the original catalog, it's okay, like, it's not the same as the stuff that, they started with in the 80s. It's not quite what I was hearing on the albums in the 90s, but it is also, a very fascinating installment in their larger catalog. Speaking of which, I do have to say, my plan is, I'm not ready to do the full album discussion, which again, I did hear from a couple people, no worries on like hard rankings, it always changes for me too, so I appreciate that. But I will do a video where I talk about the albums and just my journey through the catalog. But I am going to need more time to prepare for it, because I started, listening to the first couple albums again, and it's like, okay, I'm going to have to do this for all of them, so it's going to take a while. So my plan is to put that video up sometime in the 2 weeks spanning from my birthday, December 18th, to January 1st. So sometime in the last couple weeks of the year, I aim to get that video up. And in the meantime, we'll just keep going through what remains and the different side journeys. among Aha. Alright, I've talked far too long, I do apologize, so let's listen to it. This is the ending on a high note version of Summer Moved On, and it's from, and it lists here in the metadata that this is a Paul Wakhtar Savoy song, listed as the composer. So here we go, from the Ending on a High Note concert, late 2010, released 2011. This is Aha's Summer Moved On. The symphonic touches.
Just
remember that tune making me particularly emotional before, and perhaps it was just thinking about the things I did in advance, but that one hit me on that performance, and that was a really crisp, clean performance too. And you know, it's like, I thought Morton was supposed to be much older by this point. I thought his voice didn't have the longevity, or the, not longevity, because that's like a longer timeline, but the ability to just hold that note true, and to, you know, have the vocal powerhouse that, you know, from the 80s and 90s people came to know. I was really impressed, like the whole song, how good he was sounding, but that one like extra long extension, it's just like, man, it's, you know, it feels like age has not deterred him, or made as much of a impact as perhaps I would have thought, or it, you know, it's people have talked about. So yeah, just in that moment, I was really impressed by his vocal performance. So yeah, a top tune, one that you could tell the crowd was really into the moment the melody from the tune started. You know, it's a immediate response, and I like leaving it for the crowd to finish the final line of the tune. Yeah, I don't, you know, I don't even know what to say. I feel like the way that hit me says as much as to their dynamic nature. And it's, you know, it's one of those things where hearing from people, including, like Jeff was saying, he was at one of the concerts from this, or I think multiple concerts. But yeah, just trying to, as best as possible, sort of imagine what it would be like to see them, given the context of everything, and, you know, at least at the time, thinking this is it. Yeah, I probably would have been even more emotional, you know, if I had been on that journey from the beginning. So, no doubt, the final part of this concert will have perhaps an increasingly heavy and like emotional feel. Either way, as I said, and not to reiterate everything, but shout out to the whole AHA family. Yeah, like I said, you've become part of my daily life, and ultimately, knowing that these videos mean something to people out there, and it's a place that they can come and just talk to other people who enjoy the band, and learn new things from other people who, you know, perhaps had insight about one album that they didn't have, and, you know, just seeing that all unfold, and on some level being part of it, given that I'm steering the ship, it really is a special thing. So shout out to all of you. Like I said, some more AHA coming in this session. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.